Hello, whoever's there. Still trying to work the kinks out of this thing. There we go. There we go. Oh. All right. Well, a couple of people here. How's everybody doing this evening? It is hot and muggy here. And we are covered up with cicadas. Oh, hey, buddy. How's it going? So do y'all have cicadas where you're at? I don't know how far their reach extends. But they're these big critters that live in the ground for 17 years and then pop out every now and then, and they're really excited to mate. They're real noisy. So you might hear some of them. But anyway, I've got my laptop set up over here this time so I can actually see what people are saying. Ah, yeah, okay. So no cicadas in California. You're really missing out. They're apparently good for the garden, though. But I'm up here in Granville. We're getting ready. The biggest thing of the year, the Heritage Days, this Saturday. So finished up a tong rack for the shop today and got it in. There'll be a video coming up on that. It'll be spellbinding, I'm sure. So, who else in here? No, I got the baka. Am I saying that right? How do I say that? Yeah, it's 13-year and 17-year cicadas. Spot. Yeah, this is it. So, how you doing? Jet Cobra. So if anybody has any blacksmithing questions or something they want to talk about, Santa Claus, huh? You're not getting anything for Christmas. Hey! I'm going to do the little wave thing back at y'all. Yeah. Yeah, we're covered up with them. They're not bad at the house, but still. I don't know about that Jet Cobra. Hey, how we doing, Alabama? Y'all have cicadas down there? Okay. All right. Devin has issues. I think ducks may eat cicadas. I know my chickens are enjoying them. West Virginia. All right. Oh boy. I Well, I saw a lady in town the other day. I went, and she was willing to give up everything in her purse to get away from a cicada. So she was slinging around, stuff was flying everywhere. I enjoyed it. I don't think she did. I don't talk about politics on this channel. Yeah, they've got plenty to eat, the chickens do. How we do? Man, my pronunciation of names that are not Scott-Irish is terrible, so just hi, everybody. How many subscribers? Like 116,000, something like that. But anyway, I thought we got a few people here now. I thought I would show y'all around the shop and get this thing out of here. Irish people scare you or scar you. I'm assuming you meant scare. Oh yeah, you would. Our bats are enjoying them too. All right, so this is the Granville Blacksmith Shop. Let me get to where I can show it a little better. When you come in here, this is my little domicile over here. And whenever we have people here, these are opened up. We have a grist mill and Miss Barbara who weaves baskets. When we're demonstrating, we normally use this coal fire forge. We've got tools to do just about anything in here. Some more on the way that are still in my shop. This is the new table that we built for classes. I built for classes. When we have classes, we'll pull all this off and we'll have gas forges on here. Here's another table we can use for classes. I bring in anvils for that, so we're not all trying to use the same one. This is fairly new to the shop. I'll probably do a video on it. This is a foot vise. So you can get things straight out of the forge, put them in the vise, just put your foot on it and grab it, and you can hammer it. Farriers use these a lot. When started blacksmithing up here, the forge was back here, and thank heavens we got it out of there. I actually taught a couple of classes back there, and it was terrible. It was you get three guys back in the corner swinging hammers. This shop is nice. It's I prefer working in mine because I have all the right tools, but this one does great, especially for what it is and where it's at and what it's for. It's really to kind of showcase blacksmithing for people. So we have a lot of fun up here. But what have I been forging? Let's see. Recently, I've had a job. I've been working on some railings, and that's been my last couple of weeks, except a few little small side projects for videos and things. So just finished making a tong rack for the shop here in Granville. Yes, it is a living museum shop. We have this is in our Pioneer Village. Granville, the whole town, or not the whole town, but a large portion of the town is a non-profit. And we have like the homestead where they do tours of the house, and then the Pioneer Village where I'm at. We have a couple of car museums. They have a lot of festivals here. There's a lot going on. It's really, if you're ever in Middle Tennessee, Granville's worth checking out. We're about an hour east of Nashville. Hour and 20 minutes. If you're not from here. But you're broke, huh? Well, I'll get to work. There's a lot of broke going around right now. But Dabaka, am I saying that right? What have you been making lately? I don't know if I've seen anything from you in a while. Yeah, yeah, you can get some money, man. Just go out and work for it. It's all over the place. You just gotta trade a little labor for it. Maybe produce something worthwhile. Somebody will give you money for it. So, no reason why you can't get some money. This year we're having classes 8 times. That might increase. We usually have several in the earlier spring. I won't have any more until the fall. But next year I'm going to try to have about 14 classes. So that's the plan. And all the classes are available at the TB Sutton store website, or you can follow me on here and I put them up. What if you can't get any work? Man, I don't know where you're at. I don't know what to tell you, but everybody and their brother's hiring around here, so let's go hard with the students. Yep, Ruby Falls and Lookout Mountain are pretty, little touristy. Yeah, well, you have to have muscles to blacksmith. That is for sure. I definitely know where they're at the end of the day. It might not be the most aerobic workout there is. How's it going, y'all? Hunter, businessman, howdy. So anyway, this is only the second one of these lives I have ever done, so I'm still trying to work that out. No, not regularly. There, Rick says Zoe. Do you eat infants? It's a little bizarre, man. The main forge I use in my shop, I use a 2-burner Majestic. I've also got a 3-burner Majestic. We use solid fuel forges here, and then we also, for classes, Vivor sent me a 2-burner gas forge. We used it and had good luck with it, so we got a little grant money and bought 2 more of those. So we use the Vivor gas forges here in the Granville shop when we're doing classes. Negative Ghost Rider. I am not a Muslim. It's a lot of fun, Tommy, and it's really worth it. I really recommend taking a couple of classes if you get a chance. The weather is hot and muggy here in Granville. Not a Muslim. Uh-huh. All right, well. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's still, I don't know, Ruby Falls has not changed a lot. This guy is really concerned with whether or not I am a Muslim. I am not a Muslim. Hey, how are things in Oklahoma? Yeah. Well, I do what I can. You kind of got to in this weather, that's for sure. So I go through over a gallon of water a day. And I've been working today, so I'm trying to catch up. Now, Kentucky, do y'all have the cicadas up there? Well, yeah, I know Arizona's a dry heat, and I know Georgia certainly. You can wade through the air in the summertime down there. Well, I used to live in North Georgia. I'm from here, and I came back here, but I lived in North Georgia for a while. Do I believe in Islam? Well, I believe it exists. What's this guy's deal? If you're trying to convert me to Islam, I'm probably not going to. Blairsville, yeah, no, I worked down on the Ocoee River. So I was in the kind of Mineral Bluff area. Dude, I'm not going to discuss God or politics. So, be gone. Oh, man. Yeah, I spent a lot of time around Blairsville there, Tommy. That's pretty interesting, I guess. Yeah, yeah. I used to fiddle around down there quite a bit. Like I said, which cousin is this? Ben, what are you doing? You can probably tell I'm blind. Yes, I am clearly from the USA, born and bred. Tennessee, to be specific. Where are you from? I'm not going to try to pronounce it. So what has everybody been up to today? Like I said, I've just been working in the shop. Finished up a tong rack. Started on a tool rack for here in Granville. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I try. It's picking up quite a bit. So, Algeria. Yeah, I know Algeria. A bit of a history buff. There's a little bit of history there. All right, we got an Iraqi too. How are you? Now, man, I'm willing to listen to any advice there, Spot. This is, like I said, this is the second live feed I've normally done. An 18-wheeler loaded with railroad spikes. I hope your air's where it needs to be, so you can keep that thing rolling right. Yeah, you got to do the yard work. Hey, happy birthday! That's a mix right there. Congo, Native American, and Dundee, Scotland. I do not know this person. What's up? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. That's why I didn't notify you. Well, I'm a blacksmith. This is a blacksmith shop. If anybody has any blacksmithing questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Hey, a four-wheeler. That's pretty good. All right, I think I got a book this year. You're doing all right, son. Hey, thanks. Yeah, Jewel really liked it, too. I wanted to make something for her. That's good on you, I guess. Well, I'm probably not going to fire the forge up again at this point, but I'm still trying to figure out the cameras on this. If I can figure out how to hook the camera up to the computer so I can use one of my other cameras for a live feed, I will probably do a blacksmith demonstration one at some point. All right. Good, man, good. I'm glad that worked somewhat, the community post. Yeah, it's quite the melting pot in here. How did I decide on Voo Doo Forge? Well, when I started my business, I had another couple of names in mind, but when you start a business now, you got to look on the internet, and I can't remember what they were, but Voo Doo Forge, I think, was my third choice. Push grandma downstairs. Everybody's trying to convert me to something here. I got Muslims and Christians. I don't even know what a super chat is, brother. There you go. What kind of dog you got? Is this how these things normally progress? Oh, okay. So if you're wondering why I'm looking this way, my laptop is over here and I can actually read what you're saying on the unless you write in Arabic, and then I have no idea what you're saying. Yes, Spot, you're right. You are. You are. Oh, okay. Well, let me see if I can. Did I like it? I don't know what I do here. I thank you. Well, I need to get a moderator, maybe. Ah, good. All right. Well, like I said, I'm still trying to work all this out. It's the guy who runs my website. I was talking to him, and he's amazed. He's like, I don't know how you got so many subscribers being as computer illiterate as you are, because I certainly am computer illiterate. I would get my offspring to help me, but actually that's probably what I need to do. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that whack job. Grandma got Millie Watt. George Bush's son-in-law from Robbinsville, North Carolina. Which one, junior or senior? Thank you for stopping by, Alpha Warrior. Who is it? I'll be in Tennessee, usually at Granville Blacksmith Shop. Come out to one of our events, man. You'd love it if you ever get in the States. Just, remember, things are a little different over here. Excellent, man. I'm glad to have you as a sub. Not related to the president. A different George Bush. Trying to place a George Bush that wasn't president. Not coming up with a lot. That's Tommy from Blairsville. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Yep. So, on a different note, I'm also working on another channel, which will be a little different. I'm not going to go into a lot about it just yet until I get some content for it. Robbinsville Tire and Battery. I can't place it. I did when I was down there. I did most of my trading over in Cleveland or in Murphy. So, for a living, I've been doing it for 15 years. I tinkered with it for a long time before that, but I had a job with a cubicle that was awful, and I just told my wife, I'm like, hey, I think I'm just going to do the blacksmithing thing full time, and it's hard to do this kind of thing without the support of a good woman, that's for sure. I will be in Granville, Tennessee. That's where I'll be. In the blacksmith shop. So, Pretty straightforward. No, not going to. Uh, Yeti Doc Phil. Let's put little. No, that's not generally one of my most common phrases. So, Duck Rabbit, where are you from? Hey, man, tinkering's where you start. Okay, let me see if I can do that. All right. Did that work? General Akbar. Yeah. I always tried to figure out what old Akbar was. Kind of a lobster man, I guess. Tracking in the USA? Ah, okay. Pennsylvania. What part of Pennsylvania are you from? Yes. Yes, it's still here. It's 101 years old now. I redid it not last fall. No, was it last fall? I don't know. I redid it, cleaned it up, put it on a new stump. Ah, well, hi. How do you say? Is it Ohio? Is that how you say hi in Japanese or hello? I think. I don't know. Well, let me see how to do this. All right, I'll try to figure it out. Where'd you go? Oh. There you go. Did that work? We got mods. Oh, good deal. What'd you end up giving for it, Philip? If you don't mind me asking. Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't want to. I don't want to tear up my small pink thong. Well, you have a little wrench next to your name now, and so do you, Dabaka. All right. That's good. I like this. Making friends, solving problems. All right. What weight was it, Philip? Because honestly, 750 is not bad. You run into a lot of guys my age who like to preach about how, well, I got an amble for 75 cents. Hey, 750 for a 200-pound American-made amble is nothing to sneeze at now. If that, yeah, 10, 15 years ago, that would not have been a good price. But you know what? It's not 10 or 15 years ago. So you did just fine, man. You did just fine. Well, thank you. This is Granville's shop. Mine is a little different, but we like it here. So what did it, of the Bruges? Yeah, I'm not sure what the Bruges is. Now, I would like to at some point get up to the Fisher Museum. I think it's in New Jersey, and check it out. They've got a massive collection of Fisher ambles and tools. But you get a lot done in there, I guess. 30. Yes, I've watched some of your videos. But you have subscribed and commented on videos for a long time, Peter. Good to see you here. All right, then. Yeah, $3.75 a pound is not terrible at all. Yeah, Trenton. It's just, look, honestly, I get nervous anytime I get above the sweet tea line. Um, yeah, you got to pull the lawnmower out to get any work done. Look, I feel you to a degree. My shop's getting to the point to where I have to move a tool to use a tool. Planning on getting something built, but concrete just keeps going up. No, no, no. I actually dated a girl from Michigan in college. Went up there. Drove my 71 Nova up there. Everybody kept asking me how I kept it from rusting. I was like, kept it in Tennessee. Mm. Yeah, you don't wanna catch it on fire. That's for sure, Duck Rabbit. This for sure. My favorite city in Tennessee, Hermitage Springs, which there's no reason why you should know it is. It's right over in the edge of Clay County. It's just, man, it's just, to me, it's ideal. There's not a lot there. Blacksmithing stories, burns. Yeah, I've had lots of burns. Um, Hadn't lost any pets recently. I've caught my shop on fire multiple times. Uh, I got a piece of slag in my foot one time, and it went septic. Almost lost my foot. That was scary. So I try to not do that anymore. Yeah, the antique anvils have moved into just that antique category. There are people who collect them for the just the fact of what they are. We are fortunate to live in a time where the Chinese anvils are pretty good, and until Vivor sent me that anvil and I tried it, I never would have thought that. Um, but you can get a usable anvil fairly cheap right now, a new production one, and I think we're going to be moving more that direction with blacksmithing as the vintage anvils just become more and more collectible. Oh yeah, yeah. It's always good to get a piece of scale or slag of you. Yeah, the Doyles are good, and word around the campfire is that they're gonna be coming out with a bigger one. I don't know when, but that's what my guys told me. Yeah, yeah, Bristol's all right. So I know that Harbor Freight is working on some anvil tools, some hardy tools, and some basic tong sets. So they're trying to catch up. Yes, it is. You're 100% right, Peter. This is probably the best time in 50 years to get into blacksmith. You know, that one I could not get that post drill working, but there is a working one in the Fiddler's Grove blacksmith shop. I did a video on it once, but I'll try to show it again sometime. Really, I hadn't tried the black ones. I know I saw them. They were just around for such a short amount of time. Yeah, that's probably not a good. You should probably try welding. Yeah, I was amazed that they were as good. Of course, they also make a cast iron anvil, which is a boat anchor. I think the best thing for beginning blacksmiths to learn on is a a drive hook. Let me show you one. This is a drive hook. It is a really simple project, and the reason why I think this is the best thing for a beginner to learn on is you learn a square taper, then you learn a 90 degree, then you learn a taper that you round and you put a finial on it, then you learn a hook and a twist all in one project, and it's only 6 inches, a quarter inch square stock. I've got a couple of videos on drive hooks, so look that up, try that out. Drive hook, by far best learning project for beginners. You know, that actually belongs to somebody. It's here in Granville, and eventually I might try to work on it, but I want to make sure I've got permission from the person who actually owns it before I go to do it. Right now, I think the only thing it needs is the forge itself to be repacked with clay, which is not a big deal. Yes. I make all of my own hardy tools. The main problem I think most beginners have with them is just hammering that big stock, because you know, even if you've just got a 3/4 hardy hole, it's a lot of work to drive that big material down with hand tools, and when you're just starting out and developing that muscle memory. So there is a place for the drop forged ones. Yeah. S-hooks have their own challenges. Wow, NASA engineers, huh? I had an uncle that worked for NASA. He's been retired for, oh Lord, 15 years. What's up? See what you did there with your name there, the old batter poop. Hmm. 1 inch thick. What's the other dimension on it? just wait, man. Once you get a little age on you, those joints get to hurting. But yeah, I'm glad you're still banging it right now. It is. It's called a post drill. This one's the Grandma one. It's not functioning. I tried to get it going all winter, but the advance on it, as you're cranking it, it's turning it, and there's a little lever that's supposed to advance and push it down, but that's not. It's missing on this one. So I'll either have to make a part, or it'll just have to sit on the wall. 20 inches long. It's a 1 inch square stock. Oh, 4 inches wide. I see it now. I'm sorry, Tommy. 4 inches wide and 20 inches long, 1 inch thick. Man, that's some big stock. You can do some stuff other than knives. It's not a ratcheting mechanism. Well, I guess it is. Yeah, there's a wheel with a cog and another wheel with a little arm that activates it. And that's all completely missing. I am a blacksmith full time. Yes, we're still doing classes here in Granville. Now, we're not going to have any until fall because this shop gets unbearably hot in the summer, but we are going to have several in the fall. We're going to do one class where we take tong blanks and make tongs. Everybody will leave with a couple of set of tongs. We're going to have a cowbell class because who doesn't need more cowbell, right? And I think we're going to do a fireplace shovel and broom handle, and that'll be the first half of the class. And the second half of the class will be going with Skip, who is our broom maker, and putting a broom on your broom handle. And then combine that with the fire poker class, and you'll have a full fireplace set. So and I'm not the only one that does classes up here. Skip does broom tying classes. Miss Barbara does basket classes, so if you're ever looking for something to do, uh, and you've got somebody else, your wife or daughter or sister or your cousin Bob wants to make a basket or do something like that, you can come up here. I've made a lot of cattle brands, Joseph, and I like them because they're all different. People draw them, give them to you, and you make their brand, and then they've got it. I like to make the old ones with the socket on it. They use those as candle holders a lot. Ah, yeah. Well, our coal that we have now is bagged coal. It's anthracite coal. It is terrible. I'm having to mix it with some bituminous coal, which comes out of a coal yard in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. The coal actually comes from Middlesboro, Kentucky. Um, oh yeah, I made a lot of knives and weapons, but it's not my favorite thing to do. Buttercup, shoot me an email at voodooforgebusiness@gmail, and I'll come up with a price. We need to figure out what you're wanting, and I'd be more than happy to make you something. Oh yeah, I got you. I got you. I can make a usable one. Santa Pappy, huh? So yeah, it was voodooforgebusiness@gmail.com. Wow, so this has been going on for 40 minutes now already. Seems like we just started, doesn't it? I feel like we've all gotten closer. Good times. Which oh well, knives just bore me to death. The My buddies who are really good at making knives are belt sander masters, and I honestly have a little trouble holding the angle by hand, and it bores me to tears. A lot of guys really like them. I just don't. I like making axes. I like making tomahawks. But knives, they're not enjoyable for me. And in the time it takes me to make a knife, I could have made a lot of other stuff that I could sell a lot quicker. Yeah, isn't it? I have seen Black Bear Forge. He is a phenomenal blacksmith, excellent teacher. His videos are great. I like his whole demeanor, everything about the man. So, copy. Who are we copying? Game channel something? There's your shout out. I don't know, is that what I'm supposed to do? Not down with all the lingo. All the lingo you kids are using. No. Well, roger that then. Ah, there we go. Okay, roger that's what copy meant. My favorite things to forge are, I'm going to be honest, I like door pulls and bottle openers because there are no rules. They have to perform a function, but there's nothing that says it has to be any particular type of shape or style. So it really lets me do what I want to when I'm making them, and I have a lot of fun with those. It's usually my warm-up projects. First thing in the morning is I make a door pull or a bottle opener, and then get on with my work. It is amazing, and it's a lot of fun. It's easier than you think, Tyler. There's probably a blacksmith association somewhere near you. So if you really want to learn how to forge, look up blacksmithing groups, forge groups in your area, Tyler, and that is the best way to learn. And usually you can try it without spending a lot of money on tools to make sure it really is something you want to do. Because you can get upside down forging quick. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in Oklahoma. A bunch. Classic blacksmith tool. You're throwing me with the classic thing. Let me think here. I would like a church style anvil, a medieval church style anvil. That would be killer. Um, I still need a stake set, which of course isn't it's blacksmith adjacent. You know, it's tinsmithing tools, but I need a full stake set. I would recommend getting a 2-burner forge. I've had good luck with the V-bore ones. Um, uh, and I would recommend a 2-burner because you can stick a fire brick in the back of it and just run 1 burner, but you can always grow into 2 as you go along. You know, they're like $130. I'm not going to be able to make it to Vanna. The goal is the channel's taking off a little bit. And as the channel's producing a little more money, one of my goals is I want to do some traveling just for videos. Normally when I go to like a blacksmith event or a class or something, I'm there for me to learn. And I'm putting my money into it. But if I can make the channel pay for it, that'll give me a chance to go to some blacksmithing events and some places where I can show people a little of what's available. Oh, when I was 22, what was I doing? What was I doing? I think I was caving. Oh yeah, man. Gas forge is so accessible now. So accessible. And you can probably still build a better one, but it's nice to be able to get that jump, just buy a forge. And even if you completely destroy the forge body, you've still got the burners you can put on another one. Well, thanks, Tyler. I'm glad to have you. Charcoal burns a whole lot cleaner than coal, is a lot nicer to forge on, but it's just the amount of BTUs you get out of it. Like what you can do with a 5-gallon bucket of coal would take you a 55-gallon drum of charcoal. So it is an alternative. It's actually the traditional forging fuel, but it's hard to get to. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it this year. I'm working on stuff for the fall. Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with using charcoal. I got you. When's their meeting, Duck Rabbit? Man, it's going pretty good, Stray Wolf. How about yourself? Yep. Peace. Yeah, I guess it would be hard to get coal out there, and when you do, I bet you get that western coal, which is an anthracite coal. Oh, Satterfield, what are you up to, buddy? Keep your language clean, Satterfield. Oh. Oh, goodness gracious. I know that I worked for an outfit that, oh man, it's great. We're getting a couple of tons of it here for Granville. It has worked out great, that coal has. Well, thanks, Ben. First of all, I would recommend he take some classes, Tabitha. That's really the best way to get going. And then that will help him figure out what tools he wants, what style of forging he's going to do with the least investment. But if you're looking to get him something, get him some tool steel. Get him some high carbon steel. it's easy to be like hammer, anvil, all of that. But material is a big thing. And when you're first starting out, it seems like getting decent known steel, tool steel, is a big holdup for some people. Yeah, Brendan, it's been a little while. How's your daddy doing? Hey man, you're more than welcome. Yes, a book is a good suggestion, Duck Rabbit. There are some good ones out there. There's some bad ones out there too, and there's some that are a little hard to understand. The one I started with, like it killed me. Practical Blacksmithing. It was the first printing was like late 19th century, early 20th century, and transferring some of that stuff was really hard. McCraven had a book. It's like Homestead Blacksmithing or something like that. It was real good. And Lorelai's book, Backyard Blacksmith. It's a good book for beginners. Real good book for beginners. Oh, had one hidden. I didn't get to. I really wanted to, but my oldest child was graduating, and apparently that was a big deal for the whole family. So I didn't get to go. So there'll be another one in 2 years. Um, I actually demonstrated at the AACB conference in 2015, I think it was. I made hammers. Yeah. Which, oddly enough, this weekend in Granville, one of my buddies is coming down, and we're going to forge several hammers over Saturday every couple of hours. Forged in Fire is a. I like it as entertainment, and I like what it has done for blacksmithing. It has gotten a lot of people interested in it. It is certainly not how-to videos, but if you can block that out and look at it as entertaining, it's just entertainment, then Forged in Fire is a lot of fun. Nice to meet you, Tyler. Enjoy your supper. Oh, good. So you got to go? Excellent, man. I hope you came home with a lot of tools and knowledge. That is the best thing to bring home from the conferences. Mm. How do they? What do you mean? How do they treat the champions? Thank you, thank you. I do catch it on fire every now and then. Yeah, I've watched a few of those too, and kind of thought to myself, I've never seen a tattoo parlor like that. Yeah, man, that's another great thing about the conferences. It's a lot of fun. I am not accepting apprenticeships. I have classes, um, and I can do private classes for people, but I am not taking on an employee right now. And it's really probably for your benefit. I can assure you, after about 8 hours in the shop, you don't want to work for me. Hey, we'd love to have you here in Granville anytime. Can I help you do help you do your taxes? No, my wife has an accounting degree, and she does my taxes, and she's not doing your taxes either. I don't know what a Great British Bake Off style is. I don't watch a lot of baking shows. Although there is a Max Miller Cooking with History YouTube channel. I like it. Well, hello. Guten Tag there. I do not. That would make sense. Uh, oh, wow. Duck Rabbit. I didn't know that. Well, thank you, Mar. I do appreciate it. I know a few guys that have been on there. And Jason Bivens, I know him. He probably doesn't know who I am, but I know him, and he has always been a super nice guy. He got the champion of champions something. Um, I've had a few buddies go on there and come off not looking so hot, which is they're really good bladesmiths. And this is what I don't like about it. They're really good bladesmiths. They went on that show and they came off of there looking kind of jerky, and I didn't like the way they were presented. They used to send me an email every year saying, "We like your Facebook page and website." I was like, "Well, if you look at it, you'd notice there aren't any knives." Yeah, now that I knew. I knew that. But they do, it is an expensive paid trip. Like, they don't have to pay their way up there. I started doing these short videos, Peter, and they started gaining a little speed, and just every so often one of them will blow up and get over 1 million views, and that seems to be driving a lot of traffic to my channel. I'm also trying to post a lot more often. Yeah, I'm probably not going to look up your toilet thing anyway, man. So it's hard, man. It is hard. It's I still do it because I just enjoy doing it. Like, to pay for your equipment, hobbyist? Is that what we're talking about? I am a blacksmith, full-time blacksmith. Thanks, man. Oh yeah, yes, Devaga, you are 100% on those comments. $500 buys 500 pounds of rice. I don't know. I really keep up with my rice purchases that way. Yeah, I mean, when you need a toilet, you need it, but it's not really a recreational thing for me. So what are some videos y'all would like to see? What are some projects that y'all would like to see me do a video on? What are y'all thinking? Because I've got ideas, but some of them are terrible. Terrible. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, man, we are covered up with cicadas, man. I weed eated my yard this morning, and apparently the weed eater is the song of love for the cicadas. Man, I've got a lot of tips. Ask me specific questions is the best I can tell you. I do a lot of fencing, but I've gotten more specific about it. More tool making. Sounds good. Make a knife. um, yeah, the Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm trying not to be quite as large as I am. It's working a little bit. I've been losing some weight. Been doing a little cardio. I have a bunch of animals, but you need an animal to blacksmith if that's the question. Man, yeah, they started showing up about a week ago. I got you. I got you. Might try to get into some of that with you, Peter. There's, a lot of it, a lot of the stuff that sells is just the same thing over and over and over. A build along. You're gonna have to explain that one to me, Duck Rabbit. Okay, top tools. I've made a few hardies. I haven't made any swedges, so maybe that's a thing I need to look at doing. I'm planning on building a press coming up. I probably wouldn't trust the pressure on my steam engine. Okay. Technique videos. I have a hard time explaining technique, but that might help me with my teaching. Yes, you need something to anti-furry. I'm talking to you. You need something to use as an anvil, and you need a heat source of some kind. I'm probably about to have to rebuild my little giant, Philip. So, yeah, the Babbitt is going to need repouring soon. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to video the classes. I'm a one-man operation, so teaching the class and videoing it's a little difficult. I'm trying to con my youngest child, will pay my youngest child to video some of those. Okay, I see what you're saying, Duck Rabbit. That might be fun. A beehive to break the hives apart. That's doable. Well, that's not free. We got to feed her and raise her. Well, hold on to them. You'll need them eventually. You will need them eventually. So, and I've never poured Babbitt before, so it's going to be entertaining. That is for sure. But I'm looking at building a press. I'm going to probably in the next month. Right now it is 7 o'clock here. Uh, p.m. 7 p.m. I'm gonna go visit a buddy of mine over in Jamestown he's an amazing blacksmith. He does a lot of pass-throughs and things, and I'm gonna do some videos with him. That's gonna be a lot of fun for everybody, mostly me. But he's gonna give me his punch list on a press. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? Yeah, it's hey, Stockholm, what's happening? Let them in. South Carolina. What part of South Carolina are we out of? So this is interesting. I'm recording on my phone and I've got the computer going over here. There's a little bit of a delay. Yeah, I'm going to try to be doing some more collab videos and a little more traveling. This year I'm going to all the forge groups in Tennessee so I can show what they have. People are always asking me where they can take classes close to them. So I want to answer that question better. Columbia. Good deal. A spear, huh? But I'm hoping by fall I can get a little trip up and get that taken care of. Are we talking about comparing them, Duck Rabbit? Like comparing the different switch blocks? I am getting one of the Holland Anvil switch blocks. When we ordered the switch block for Granville here, I did not know that switch block was a ripoff of Holland Anvil. Especially the price is so close. So I would have gotten one from them. So I'm going to get one from them for my shop. All right, Oregon. I got some buddies that live up there. All right. Now I've got some from oh goodness gracious, Owl Andrews Company. There's a guy and he's local to Nashville. Well, he's not. He's from Pennsylvania, but he teaches in Nashville, and he makes switch blocks. Has them made in Pennsylvania. They're American made, and I've got a couple of those little ones, those 8-pounders I got. are from him. Andrew Wrist. It's Backlon or something. Forge. He sells them on Etsy, and they're real good quality. What do you think of the Holland switch lock, Peter? Well, tell the wife and kids I said hey. Thank you, Buttercup. I've heard he's a really nice guy. Oaklawn, that's it. Thank you, Philip. Thank you. Not the sewage block. Good deal. And is it dulcilite iron too, Peter? I got you. Do you use the pass-throughs much for drifting? Hola. Good deal. Excellent. Excellent. I will make a point to watch it this evening. I've got when I get back to my humble abode, I got to edit a video. Okay, so the one you have doesn't have a pass through. Ah, thank you, Caleb. Well, they make one that is exactly like the one we got for Granville here. Let's see if I can show you. They make one that's exactly like that, and it's $275 and then like $40 shipping or something like that. Oh, what got me going in blacksmithing? You know, I've been asked that a lot, and I've given a lot of different answers. And I'll be honest, I don't know. I can tell you, I saw a blacksmith when I was a kid, and it fascinated me. It fascinated me. I grew up on a farm, and we could all, woodworking was normal, welding, mechanic work, all of that. But just being able to shape metal fascinated me. And it still does. So, excellent. It may be. I think they make several of them. I think they make. This one's 66 pounds. That's the difference. This one's a 66 pounder. So if you've got the 50. Yeah, but we can wedge it. Really, with free shipping. Huh. Yeah, I really wish I'd gotten one from them. I try to support American-made businesses whenever I can. Yeah, oh yeah, I've caught my beard on fire. I've got my beard on fire blacksmithing. I've got my beard on fire welding. I've got my beard on fire drinking. They do. They definitely do. Dabaka, they make some smaller switch blocks. I just work it smooth. One thing I've noticed, a lot of smiths get, in trying to emulate the old masters, they don't want to leave any tool marks on their work. And that's fine if that's your thing. I don't worry about it. I was drinking booze, Dabaka. But a lot of people get hung up on that. Flaming sandwiches. Oh, God. Oh, no, but I've had them. Yes. Yeah, we got yeah, England's cool most of the time. Big fan of Scotland. Spent some time there. But England's very nice too. Northern England, that's the only part I've been to. But I hear Wales is nice. Looks very pretty. Yeah, there are a lot of things. I don't want to get into politics. There's a lot of things in other parts of the world that I don't know if I could deal with. London, excellent. Growing city, I hear. Yeah, I like the textures and the hammer marks as well. I like Ireland. I've got people from Ireland, Scotland, UK, Dutch, but I'm a Tennessean at this point. Yeah, we had to when we went to Scotland. Had to figure out. I was able to carry a Swiss Army knife, but had to leave the Leatherman at home. Not for long. What's not for long? What am I missing? A lot of neat iron work in Scotland when we went. Yeah, I like to have it. But oddly enough, right now I do not have a pocket knife. I discovered that earlier today. So, oh, I see. Growing city. Not trying to talk about politics. He needs these swords. Yeah, you can make a pocket knife. I've got lots of buddies I've never made a folding knife, but they're not they're not that complicated. Mm. It's fun. This is going a little smoother than the first one I did. I think it is thanks to my two volunteer moderators. Thank you, boys. I appreciate it a lot. Have you done some folders, huh? You need to email me some pictures of those. I'd like to see them. Yes, some of them are very complicated. Some of them can be fairly simple. So, um, I'm still a big fan of door pulls, and bottle openers are really my favorite. I know that seems simplistic, but I like that I can do whatever I want to with them. Thank you. The blade locked on the Leatherman, locked open. You can't have a locking blade. I am well, Olivia. How are you? Excellent, man. That's good. I'm glad you're getting commission work. That is the goal. Always be behind on work. Really, the things that I like forging the most, that I've had the most fun with, are things for people, um, people I know. That's always the most fun. As far as a particular project, it's hard to pin it down. Yeah, well, the armor was fun. Yeah, that just keeps happening, doesn't it? Dun, dun, dun. So, does everybody watch a lot of? Hello. Well, I'm a blacksmith, and we're talking about blacksmith stuff. Okay. Probably not, Cosmo. I'm betting I don't want to hear a joke. I've been doing it for a living for about 15 years, and I tinkered with it for about 5 years before that. Oh, the hardest thing I've ever made in the blacksmithing industry is a living. Um, let's see. Now, realistically, I had a fireplace place screen that I had to replicate half of an existing one, and it really it really tested my skill. Copying something perfectly is very difficult for me. So that would be the hardest thing I've ever done. It might not be the hardest thing other people have ever done, but with my forging experience, replicating that fireplace gate was the hardest thing I've ever done. Oh, something happened. Apparently, I lost connection for a second. Sorry. Wonder if I was in the middle of chattering about something when that happened. So I'm on the Granville Wi-Fi here. Oh yeah, man. It's always, that's why after you get done with drive hooks, if you're a beginner blacksmith, I recommend S hooks, S hooks, S hooks, S hooks, because you get your symmetry down. Rock on. I don't like making knives. Knives just bore me to tears. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Most of them are made out of sheer boredom. That depends on what your final product needs to be. If you're making conveyor belt for the mining industry, it's a different kind of steel than if you're making an axe. I mean, hardest. That would be difficult to say because I don't deal with it when it's hard. Does that make sense? I forge at forging temperature. What are jackhammer bits? 836. What is the alloy that real jackhammer bits are made out of is pretty hard to forge. I don't fool with stainless a lot. Yeah, it just keeps coming back, doesn't it? That's interesting. S7, yes, S7. That's tough to forge. It's yeah, gas cylinders. You gotta check them. Some of them are a medium carbon, and some of them are mild. Yeah, titanium's hard. I've forged aluminum, and it's an interesting process. I'm sure that both titanium and aluminum, if you worked with them on a more regular basis, you'd get used to their little quirky behaviors. Hola, Chase and Easton. I was getting scammed again. Glad I got my moderators who are a little more internet savvy than I. So, how many people that are here normally look at these lives? That's not a thing I normally do, which is probably why I'm so terrible at it. Okay, I got you. Well, thanks, Tabitha. All right. Okay. Thanks, Eli. Well, I'm glad you're here. Probably some dingus. This could be a career choice at this point. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know what y'all are doing. I appreciate it because things go away that are obnoxious, but I have no idea what's going on from that end. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do some more of these lives. We'll start with maybe One every couple of weeks. You are correct about the titanium. Well, I'm glad you joined us there, Josh. And if you have any forging questions, feel free to ask. Oh, no problem. We're glad to have you, and hopefully it helps out. Well, it belongs to Granville, which is a nonprofit organization, and they're not going to sell it. But you can usually find a working post drill for about $250 if you hunt like Facebook Marketplace and flea markets and estate sales. I don't really get hurt a lot forging. I screw stuff up a lot forging. You watch my videos. Wow. Oh God, how many times have they? I cannot count how many times people have asked me if I shoe horses. I cannot count it. Or told me their grandfather was a blacksmith, or asked me to make them a sword. I have no idea. Oh boy. Well, glad to have you, Jay. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. I wonder why that. So, like I said, I've got my phone here and my laptop over here, so I'm kind of seeing the delay. It's interesting. Wow, that's a lot. I'll have to sell sword arts. I'll check them out. Name me a car. You're a car. Speaking of cars, they have two car museums here in Granville. The one right behind me, and then there's another one down the road. Man, there's all kinds of stuff down the road that I never get to see because I'm always in the blacksmith shop. One of the things they have that I think is just funny is they have a. I'll check him out, Duck Rabbit. They have this huge decanter collection, Jim Beam decanters. And the story is it was donated by the guy's family who collected them. And he was a Baptist preacher. And he just bought the Jim Beam decanters and poured them out because he liked the shapes of the bottles. And I'm like, yeah, I'll bet that's what he did. My favorite thing when forging, what makes you stay in the forging industry? I'll tell you what makes me stay in the forging industry. I had a job with a cubicle. And before that, I worked for a guy that was not fun to work for. So I wanted to find something to where I could be creative and not do the same thing every day. I like what I do. I like creating things out of steel and iron. That's why I stay in it. Voo Doo Forge was actually like my third name choice. At this point, I can't remember what my other two were, but the other two, when I looked them up on the internet, were taken. Thank you, Ruth. Yeah, no, it was not a fun. The office was not fun. And I would get to go out in the field. So I have not tried Voodoo Kettle potato chips, but you have intrigued me, KC. Hey, don't make fun of my charming local dialect. Oh, these guys. I'm going. I got my moderators. Really, this is for y'all. Y'all are on it. Something pops up, it's gone. I'm fascinated by this. I'm one of the artisans here in Granville. So I work when they have festivals and some of the events, but most of my work is in my shop. Voodoo Kettle Cook. I'll check them out. I'll check them out. I do like, as you can probably tell, I enjoy a tasty tater chip. Yeah, it's interesting. Well, I love you too. But I've been watching you this year, and you're not even getting cold. How you doing, CJ? So, if anybody's just shown up and doesn't know what's going on, I'm Brandon. I'm a blacksmith. I'm currently in the Grandma Blacksmith shop. If anybody has any blacksmith questions, holler at me. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, CJ. Oh, okay. Hey, man, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm working on another armor project that is it's giving me fits right now, to be honest. Advice to the younger generation. Yeah, I've got some advice. Don't put everything you do on social media. Do stupid stuff in private and learn a trade. That seems kind of blanket. Hey, thanks, Peter. I'll look at some of those videos this evening. Thanks, UFO. I'll do the best I can. But yeah, I'm working on a helmet right now, a ballistic helmet, and it is getting a little sporty. Well, the weld is very lucrative. Are you doing trade school right now, Duck Rabbit? A stump. Same thing, same material. Excellent, excellent. Y'all gonna have to forgive my name pronunciation. Well, we have classes here in Granville, basic classes, anything from hooks, fire pokers, things like that. Hey, a lineman is a position that will always be there, man. That's good work, it's honest work, and they'll always need you. You're never going to be on a bread line. Oh, wow, man. That's good stuff, Duck Rabbit. That's real good stuff. Well, I'm sure Norm MacDonald made a lot of great jokes. Well, good, Zachary. Stick with it. Stick with it. Try to get around some other blacksmiths. Um, you'll learn a lot. Other people. You can learn a lot now on YouTube and with the internet. That helps a whole lot. But you learn so much faster when you get around some other blacksmiths. Yeah, that's a great deal. That is a great deal, Duck Rabbit. Oh yeah, linemen do have a Glen Campbell song. Well, man, I'm glad they're helping. Where are you out of, Zachary? Washington. I don't know of the particular blacksmiths associations in Washington, but there are a lot out there on the West Coast. Well, thank you. I appreciate you subscribing. Yeah, there should be some Abana. Yeah, Abana is everywhere. That's a valid point, and they can help you find local blacksmiths and local forge groups. Are you talking about Etowah down Georgia? Uh, I, I Kyle, I can't say as I do right off the top of my head. Etowah, Tennessee. I don't know him. I mean, I might know him, but I don't know that I know. Yes, south of Athens. Why didn't I know that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I used to work on the Ocoee, Kyle, so I should have known exactly where you were talking about. Um, it might be somebody that I know or have met in passing, but I can't say right off the. I was not thinking. Yeah, I ran the rock climbing caving program for a company down there for a long time. We used to we do our climbing over at Star Mountain around Dibble, or not Dibble, Reliance. Yeah, Reliance. Hey, no problem, no problem. I wish I could help you out. So I guess anybody who just popped up, I'm a blacksmith. If you have any blacksmithing questions, it's a good time to ask them. I don't know much about Fallout. I did watch the TV show. Still don't know much about Fallout. Oh, excellent, Kyle. Excellent. Yeah, we used to do our rock climbing on Star Mountain, and then we'd go caving at G Creek Cave, which is gated now. But beautiful, beautiful country over there. If somebody was starting with zero knowledge, I would recommend, and I'm not trying to be a smart aleck, I would recommend using Play-Doh and a dowel and learn the movements of the material that way. But if you want to get into forging first, I would get a gas forge and an anvil. Gas forges are available online for about 150 bucks now, which is dirt cheap considering a few years ago. Okay, all right, I got you. The power armor. I'm planning on taking some coming up. There was some stuff coming up at John C. Campbell, but we're not going to talk about politics, so I can't get into that. But yeah, there are still some classes, and I do a lot of learning one-on-one with other blacksmiths. That's that's always a lot of fun. Just a couple of guys hanging out and showing each other techniques, and maybe tilting a beer or two. Yep. Yeah, that's always a good answer, Rebecca. I don't have. I've never had a student in a wheelchair. If something like that comes up, if I knew ahead of time, I would try to talk to them and figure out how we could make the anvil stand work for them. I'm assuming we're going to have to just make a lower height and figure it out from there. That'd certainly be something interesting to work with somebody on. Hey man, it's always good. Those free anvils are the best anvils. I have cast some brass and bronze, but nothing to turn out too cool. UFO, thanks for joining us, bud. Yeah, yeah. Here's a strange middle-aged man coming to hang out with me. Yeah, I can see how that'd be a little unnerving for the folks. Okay, so you're talking about putting it on a steel rim, Joey? Joey's typing. I can feel it. I do not. I don't. I don't. I've made a couple of swords, but I don't. I just don't like making swords. I like making axes. Okay, so using a trailer hitch. You know, the trouble there is you would lose so much rebound because you wouldn't have a positive connection to the floor. Um, Kyle, my most made item. I'm gonna be honest, and it's a boring answer, but it is hooks. I probably make more hooks than anything else. But at this point, I can just kind of go on autopilot and make hooks like I can turn my brain off. I can just put on my headphones and make hooks. That might be an interesting idea, modifying a bridge anvil or building a stand like that. Hmm. But yeah, you just I don't know. You lose so much when the anvil's not directly on something. That is an interesting problem. That would be something to work on. I'm doing great. Yeah. That might that might work. Forklift times are great, and I don't know how they are in the rest of the country, but around here the scrap yards are full of forklift times, and they are great for all kinds of big projects. Yes, I've made a double-sided axe. Yeah, a power hammer's always the right angle, but you always have to go to an anvil. You're never just done after you power hammer something. I've got one short up where I explain a crossbeam hammer using the Play-Doh. I'll try to get some more stuff up. Josh, showing the Play-Doh. Hey, Charles. Well, Kyle, it only goes up from here, man. You'll always enjoy the first things you've made, and always hang on to them. There is an anvil that can sit in your lap, but when they're talking about a bridge anvil is supported on the sides and has a space between it. That's something you could uh, maybe get underneath a little bit. Tire hammers are, but they're going up now because material's going up. Everything's going up. Hey, Chestnut Mound, right down the road. We're within. You can probably hear me yelling. We're probably listening to the same cicadas. Hey, guys, hold on one second. Somebody is here. Let me see what's going on. Hey, sorry about that. The electrician, they are giving us some more electricity out here right now. The whole Pioneer Village is running on one piece of Romex. So anyway, he was just measuring some stuff, but and that's odd time of night. A steak anvil's a good idea. That's a pretty good idea because you can get between it. I'm not familiar with you know wheelchairs. Honestly, I'll have to look at them more. Um, can you get something between your legs? Is that a possibility, Joey? Oh, I make all kinds of stuff besides weapons. Door pulls, hooks. Yeah, I've made skillets, gates, grills, all kinds of stuff. Howdy, Chaos and Crows. Okay, so if you can get something between your legs, we really just need some kind of narrow ammo stand for you. That is true. You wouldn't be able to get as much force, but working, I would say any material up to 3/8 you could do. I'm sure Joey's got some Beastmaster arms. What's up, Dakota? Hey, thanks, Dakota. I appreciate it. We're glad to have you. You interested in blacksmithing? Well, it's good to be working. The alternative's grim. Yeah, and you know what? It's even working with small stuff and working your way up. Oh, fireman and EMT. Well, good on you, bud. Okay. Okay, so Joey, just seeking information here. Is there can the foot bar be removed, or is there another chair you could move to for forging? A striker is a good idea. That's a real good idea. Oh yeah, I'm good. Chicken soup. You good? Okay. That might be your best bet. I'm trying to figure out. Well, we're hanging out in the blacksmith shop. Yeah, that makes sense that you do. Yeah, I'm staring into the abyss, looking at the comments, especially the electric ones. I hate fishing. I can't stand it. I don't. I don't. I don't hate it when other people do it. It's just not for me. And I'll go fishing with you, but you're fishing, and I will keep an eye on the cooler. Yeah, I'm not a comic book guy. I never could get into the comic book stuff. I know what it is, but not my cup of tea. I like quail, the bird. I like shooting them every season. Hmm. Yeah, hides all kinds of secrets. Probably lunch in here somewhere. I like all kinds of music. I like some jazz. What? What are you saying, chicken soup? What are you saying? That's it. It's generally more upsetting if you eat them while they're alive. Chicken soup. My favorite type of guy. I mean, it depends on what I'm doing, I guess. Joey, is there any way you could shoot me an email with a picture? I'm having trouble visualizing this. I won't be able to look at it until later tonight, but if you could shoot me an email at voodooforgebusiness at gmail.com, I'd be more than happy to take a look at it and maybe see if I can come up with any ideas. Hmm. Hello, Dragon Daddy. Flabbergasted. Oh, ACDC or Metallica? Why do I have to choose one? Why? That's not fair. That's not cool. You know, I like a little sugar in my coffee, Kyle. Or stevia. That's what my wife's got me putting in there now. I can say hi. What shot are we waiting on? What's happening? Which do you prefer, ACDC or Metallica? Everybody, ACDC or Metallica? Uh, Oh, hey, that's who you are. Yeah, man, I'm glad you got it. I hope everything's real handy for you. I mean, you shook me all night long by far. Or you know what? Razor. I take that back. Razor's Edge, which is a B track off the album Razor's Edge. Black Sabbath's good stuff. Aloha. Really? You met Metallica? How was James Hetfield? Was Lars a dick? Old Metallica. Good answer. Good answer. Hello. You know, my thing is I can be in the mood for any of it. Almost. There's some stuff I can't stand, but sometimes I'm in an Angus Young AC/DC mood. Sometimes I want to hear James Hetfield. It just depends on what's happening in the old noggin. What am I working with? A phone. You know, I've discovered them fairly recently. Sabotage, yeah, you know what I'm saying, Duck Rabbit, and they're I like them. I like them a lot. Ah, we got a Persian. How you doing? Yeah. Oddly enough, really, Lars gave you a drumstick. Yeah, yeah, that's been a while. That's before he killed Napster. I'm still a little irritated about that. Jesus, I just showed my age, didn't I? Oh, that is cool. I would warm up to him if he gave me a drumstick. Yeah, you did. 92. My oldest daughter got us tickets this summer. We're going to see Def Leppard, Journey, and the Steve Miller Band. Pretty pumped up about that. The kid's turning out all right. Yeah, Napster. Come on, man. There could be something else going on. I don't have to be old. Yeah, I think it'll be a good show. We went to see Kiss on their farewell tour. That was her first concert, and she had a blast. At least they've at least got the same name, Dingus. I don't know what to call people with these long names. Like X Capone, that's easy. I can call you X Capone. Yeah. Well, I find that the older I get, the better the music was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's true. You can just stream everything. Yeah, Kiss has had a few farewell tours, hasn't he? All right, Dingus it is. Henry, you do have the nice and simple going on. Oh, I can't stand sugar in cornbread. No, I like the hot water cornbread. I don't know how to make it. I know how to eat it. Well, Duck Rabbit, we're going to be old friends here, buddy. Oh, wow. Yeah, Sabbath in 99 would have been cool. Well, I know you too, Eli. Sometimes it takes me a minute to work out who people are in real life. You know, the Cornbread Festival, they did the judging right outside of the shop here. And didn't give me a single piece. Didn't even offer me any. Oh, wow. Did Vinny die? And he, of course, Dimebag, that was pretty public. I hadn't heard anything about Vinny. I'm not exactly Mr. Current Events, though. Dadgum. Well. Well, don't rush it. You'll get to go to plenty. Just behave yourself. Philip, thanks for stopping by. I'll probably do another one of these in a couple of weeks. I really appreciate you coming by and talking to us. Yeah, it's starting to dwindle. You know what? I think we're going to give it 4 more minutes and then we'll. God, I'm really not Mr. Current Events. Uh, let's give it about 4 minutes and then we're going to cut this thing out. You know, I tried to know as little as possible about musicians' personal lives. That makes it a lot easier for me. Actors too. I don't know what you. I don't want to know about them. I just want to see their characters. Vance, long time no see, buddy. How you doing? Y'all have cornbread in California? Take care, Capone. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for commenting so much. Good to hear, Vance. I'm not reading that, John, you dipwad. Hey, Tabitha. Thanks for watching. You did more than I did, probably. Yeah, you want to use real cornmeal. Have a good time swimming. Don't do it right after you eat. Or is that a wives' tale? I never can remember. I just want to make sure, once again, Dabaka, Duck Rabbit, y'all have made this so much more enjoyable for everybody. Thank you for moderating. And good deal. Oh, Tabitha's your bride. All right. 30 minutes, that's what I seem to remember. But didn't they? I thought they started making that saying no, not necessarily. But all right, guys, we're wrapping up here. Uh, Thanks again to everybody for stopping by, especially Duck Rabbit and Debaga. Like I said, couldn't have done it without you. In a couple of weeks, I'll do another one of these. I'll put a thing up about it on the community page, and if this turns out to be a good thing, we'll do more of them. So y'all have a good night, and thanks for stopping by. I got to figure out how to turn. There's a cat. Now I got to figure out how to turn this thing off. All right, y'all, behave yourselves.